through this journey of creating that income, you know what I'm saying, we still do our entertainment industry stuff. And the goal is to eventually be making a full-time living from my entertainment industry stuff. But as we know, in the entertainment industry is not consistent money. So we want to create these other flexible income streams so that on those like down times, like we just had the actor strike, you know what I'm saying, or if you're not getting those shows for a while, if you're rapping or singing or doing spoken word, you still got income coming in ways to take care of you and your family. You never want to leave your financial stability in the hands of anyone else. I say that with passion because I know, you know what I'm saying, you do not want to do that. Trust me, I know from experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help y'all be able to keep it in your own hands so you don't never got to worry about nothing. And you always still got money coming in, whether you got the shows or not. Whether you've been here on a major Marvel film, you know what I'm saying, with a primary featured role, and then stuff that slowed up for you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to still be able to take care of yourself and be comfortable in this life, you know, and that's what I'm all about here. Hey, what's up, y'all? First off, all glory go to God, none to me. It's your boy Rifka here with another flexible income stream video for you. You know what I'm saying? Over here on this channel, we all about pursuing your dreams, whether you be a rapper, actor, singer, or spoken word artist. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about how to create flexible income so that you don't have to be held down to a full-time job and you have the freedom to go do your performances in the entertainment industry whenever they come up. We will be talking about two flexible income streams today. The flexible income streams of substitute teaching, which I kind of had forgot about, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to do that back in the day, you know, and I'm actually going to add it back to my arsenal again. You know what I'm saying? Because you can never have too many income streams. And the other one, which I've been telling y'all I was going to talk about, is event security. Before we go any further, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like the content. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to miss any of the videos that I'm going to be doing that are going to be talking about these things that you may want to do. Since I started doing these flexible income stream videos and stuff like that, the videos that's been getting the most support, or the video that's been getting the most support, is the one that I did over eBay reselling. You know what I'm saying? Flexible income stream that way. So it seems like reselling is what people want me to talk about. I'm very passionate about that. I got a lot of tips and tricks that I can share about how to do that properly and effectively so that you get sales coming in daily on eBay or whatever site you choose to use. But I know about eBay. So going forward with the next videos, I will be focusing in on that a lot more. For the people that want to do eBay reselling, you can use these tips I'm gonna give you for anything else that you want to do as well. Any other reselling type sites you want to do, like Macari, Poshmark, whatnot. All of them, you know, all of them work for all of them. Of course, I'm going to talk about how to start your own business on Zen Business. I've been progressing with that, you know, and when I start making money with the business, because I'm in the process of putting out my promotional materials, my website is up, all that good stuff. But I've been able to do a lot of that stuff and establishing myself professionally through using Zen Business, you know. So I'll be talking about some of that stuff going forward as well, because that's like kind of that last piece of that quilted income puzzle that you want to do, is you want to create your own business that you can do flexibly as well. And of course, for all the day ones, you know what I'm saying, that been rolling with Rifka, rolling with Justin Douglas from day one, I'm going to continue to put up and post my entertainment stuff from time to time, the rapping, the rap videos, the performances, you know what I'm saying, podcast clips, and we do podcasts with 13 Tribe, you know, acting clips and stuff like that from shows and various things, movies, whatever that I've been on, you know, different things I'm putting out like that as well will continue to go up. Because through this journey of creating that income, you know what I'm saying, we still do our entertainment industry stuff. And the goal is to eventually be making a full-time living from my entertainment industry stuff. But as we know, in the entertainment industry is not consistent money. So we want to create these other flexible income streams so that on those like down times, like we just had the actor strike, you know what I'm saying, or if you're not getting those shows for a while, if you're rapping or singing or doing spoken word, you still got income coming in ways to take care of you and your family. You never want to leave your financial stability in the hands of anyone else. I say that with passion because I know, you know what I'm saying, you do not want to do that. Trust me, I know from experience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help y'all be able to keep it in your own hands so you don't never got to worry about nothing. And you always still got money coming in, whether you got the shows or not. Whether you've been here on a major Marvel film, you know what I'm saying, with a primary featured role, and then stuff that slowed up for you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to still be able to take care of yourself and be comfortable in this life, you know, and that's what I'm all about here. And as I said in the previous video, I really appreciate everybody that's come to the channel via the way of my HBCU shorts or my HBCU fifth quarter in the SWAC championship between Prairie View A&M University and Florida A&M University. I definitely have not forgot about y'all. Until I create the new channel focusing on HBCU stuff for y'all that I'm going to make an announcement about on here. So make sure you stay tuned so you know about that, because greater things are going to come on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to upload HBCU shorts. Maybe not any fifth quarters. That was just a special occasion because it was my alma mater, Prairie View, going up against FAMU, which is something that we always wanted to do in the fifth quarter because our band director, Professor Edwards, went to FAMU. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of near and dear. And nobody had put up the fifth quarter. So I was like, well, they put it up, but it wasn't from both of the front view. So I edited it together and made sure I put it up so that it would be up so that, you know, and I had students in the band at Prairie View the past few years and currently, you know what I'm saying, that I taught when I taught high school band back in the day in Houston. So it was very special to me because I'm watching the band at Prairie View and I had students watching in the band at Prairie View and they got to do something that we never got to do. So stay tuned. The HBCU channel is coming. I'm going to make an announcement when it comes. Let's talk about how substitute teaching can be a flexible income stream for you. And I've been thinking about it, and it can really be a regular one that you have on a regular basis. Because think about it. Schools are always going to have teachers calling off for various reasons, and they're always going to need substitute teachers. They're always in need of substitute teachers. So because of that, this is a way that you can work when you want to, you know what I'm saying, unless you take a resident substitute teacher job. That's an everyday thing, which you don't want to do if you're in the entertainment industry, because you never know when that big opportunity going to come or that next gig is going to come that's going to take you away for a while. You know what I'm saying? You want to have the type of stuff where you can kind of look and see what they got and put in for it, you know, so you can be hired to do the gig for that particular day. As y'all know, I have a lot of experience in teaching because I went to Prairie View for music education. So I did become a teacher. I taught for 12 years, 9 years doing elementary music, 3 years in the middle of that time frame doing high school band. You know, but before I started teaching, like right after I graduated from Prairie View in December 2007, I'm telling my age, you know, it was in the middle of the year, so I couldn't get a teaching job just yet in the middle of the year. Really, you don't want to go into a teaching job in the middle of the year, even though it's good money, it's salary and all that good stuff. You don't really want to do that. So at the time, I was doing my security job that I was, my full-time security job that I was doing while I was in school at Prairie View, you know, while I was doing my student teaching and stuff like that. When I graduated, I also added substitute teaching so I could get more experience in the classroom and do something flexible to have more income. At this time, I was still rapping as Riffica, but I had that full-time job of security too. So I was kind of balancing all that back in the day, but I didn't have the acting yet, because the acting, of course, as y'all know, that's what took me into knowing I can't do this. I can't do this acting stuff, you know what I'm saying, and have a full-time job as a teacher. It's very difficult because there conflicts arise with that, scheduling conflicts and stuff like that. And the principal sometimes don't want you taking off and all that, and acting stuff come up like that, especially if you got an agent. I don't have an agent yet, but thank God one coming. I don't have a manager yet, but thank God one gonna be coming. You know what I'm saying? But I do a lot of self-submitting, and you never know when you're going to get booked for something and need to end up, you know, being off or whatever. I don't never have to worry about that because I do all these flexible gigs. So I said all that to say, I substitute taught for about a semester, you know, and it was cool. You know, I enjoyed it. We'll get into some of my experiences with that later on in the video because it's interesting you're a substitute teacher. Just think back to how you was when you was a kid in school and how people do the substitute. Well, they still do the substitute like that. Until this day. Well, I stopped teaching in 2020, and they were still doing substitutes the same way. And of course, they were still doing them the same way in winter of 2008 when I was substitute teaching. So you just gotta keep that in mind. But it's good money. It's good, stable, decent money. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you helping out your community because substitute teachers are really needed. The qualifications to be a substitute teacher: you need to have a high school diploma or GED. Some school districts want you to have a bachelor's degree. You know, some of your suburban school districts in like suburban areas may want you to have a bachelor's degree as well. And also, you need to be able to pass a background check because you're gonna be around kids. So if you got some crazy stuff in your background, you know what I'm saying, you went to jail or some DUI stuff. I don't know about DUI, probably so. You know, they gonna definitely do that background check when you're dealing with education industry. So be ready for that. But if you got a clean background, you know this is for you and something that you can do. Pay as a substitute teacher. You're gonna make from $111 a day to $189 a day in Georgia. I'm going to speak on Georgia because that's where I'm at. I'm not in Texas anymore, so I can't speak on Texas. But it's very easy to find this information. All you got to do is go to the Google machine, put in substitute teaching pay for Texas or whatever your state is, you know, wherever you at, whatever country you in, and it's going to tell you. And then that's the way you can decide what district you want to be a part of and apply to substitute teach in. Different districts are going to pay different amounts of money. I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts from when I used to teach elementary school as a elementary music teacher today. You know, if anybody wondering what that is, people always ask about this shirt because the school was Rosa Parks Elementary. Near and dear to my heart. I taught some students from, kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, which is what I wanted to do, to see them go all the way through, you know, from when they came in until they left, and that meant a lot to me. That was random, but as y'all know, I can be random sometimes. But substitute teaching hours, you're going to work 7 to 8 hours a day. You know, you get there in the morning, you know, you help with the when the kids get to school. You also help with after school dismissal. That could take you up to about 8 hours. That's why they pay a daily rate. And I was thinking about it. The rate that they pay for substitute teachers on average is very similar to the rate or median rate that you can get paid as a daily rate doing background acting as well. How can you apply to be a substitute teacher? Well, like I said before, all you have to do is look up various school districts that you may be interested in working in, depending on what county you're in, or, you know, what city, what state or whatever. You know, it may be important for you to work in a school district that's close to home or where you stay, so you don't got to drive that far and deal with a long commute. It may be important for you to work in a school district that pays the most money. It's all up to you. You can sign up for multiple school districts if you want to make sure that you always have a job. But if you're in a big school district, you know, one with a whole bunch of schools and stuff like that, then you're gonna have no problem finding work every day. Now, if you're in a smaller rural type school district doing substitute teaching, and yeah, you might want to be in multiple school districts and make sure that you can find work every day on the days that you want work. You're going to want to make sure that you have a resume and a cover letter on file so that you can upload that along with your application that you fill out on the school district's page when you fill out to be a substitute teacher, because they're going to definitely want you to upload that cover letter and that resume of jobs that you've had in the past. So make sure you get that together. A real good thing to do is make sure that you have experience working with groups of kids. Make sure that's in your resume. They may ask that on the application. I'm actually going to fill out one for a school district or two this week or next week. You know, I'm going to get back into that as well to add that to my arsenal of quilted income, you know, but it's something I did in the past, so I'm very familiar with it and very familiar with the education industry. Ways you can have experience working with kids, you know, a lot of churches, you know, if you go to church, they have children's church, and a lot of times they have you teaching children's church, you know, children's church type ministry. You might not be the top leader, but eventually you might be. you know, you might be helping out or something like that. They got these summer camps and stuff like that where they need volunteers, you know, like YMCA and Boys and Girls Club and all that kind of stuff. It's all kind of stuff that be needing volunteers with kids. So also if you babysit or watch a lot of kids at one time, that'll kind of get you ready. It's not totally gonna get you ready for it, because ain't nothing gonna really get you ready for it but the experience. But it's gonna help. It's gonna look good on your resume. It's gonna look good on your application. Once you do all that, you put up your application, they're gonna call you, you know, you're gonna have an interview, you know what I'm saying? If they hire you, if they like you, you know, background check, you're gonna go through orientation, all that good stuff. I'm just thinking through what I had to do back in the day. If this glare on my glasses is bothering y'all, man, I apologize. I'll try to wear my contacts the next time. But let me know in the comments if the glare bothers you from the new ring light. I got a new ring light. It's not doing all that falling and junk like the other one. It got a tripod and stuff. So pretty good. It's made Sense Sign or whatever. That's the brand. Pretty good ring light. You know, I think I could use this tripod for cameras and stuff too. Once you get hired, like a lot of these flexible jobs, you will get your gigs online. You know, they will have some sort of portal, substitute portal, or some type of site where you can go through and look and apply for the jobs you want to fill in for beforehand. They also have it when certain teachers call off that morning, where you can pick up some of those jobs too. And you just got to wake up every morning kind of early before school would start, maybe about 2 hours before school would start, maybe even 3. And look in there if you don't have work already scheduled from the night before, and sign up to go to whatever school or whatever job you want to do for a subbing for that day. I want to give y'all some tips as we close. You know, as subbing, you want to be strategic in that too, because certain grades might give you a hard time. You know, what I would do is I would try to stick with elementary if you just starting out doing that, dealing with kids and stuff like that. I would avoid middle school at all costs. When I did middle school, that's a tough grade. I ain't even never really teach middle school when I was teaching regularly, except when we had to go over to the middle school and help out with certain sections. You know, I had to help out with the low brass and stuff like that. But even in sticking with elementary, I would say stick with the little ones. You know, kindergarten gonna be kind of rough until probably the second semester, because in the beginning of the school year, they just learning, you know, how to be at school, and they don't really have that much structure yet. So you might not want to fool with that early on in the year. Try to do that at the second half of the year. First, second, third grade, pretty cool. Fourth and fifth, you might want to avoid, because they starting to get into that middle school age. But you especially want to avoid fifth. You might be able to be all right with fourth, especially in the beginning of the year, because they still kind of like third graders or whatever. So it's up to you if you want to, you know, deal with the, you know, the attitudes and stuff like that. Or if you got good classroom management, you know, if you already got experience as a teacher and stuff like that, then you'll be good with anybody. But of course, you know, as a sub, they're going to try you. They're not going to want to really do any work that day, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So just be ready for that. If you are going to teach high school, make sure, or, you know, different ancillary type classes, PE, music, art, library, you know, those are cool to do. That's going to be a real easy day for you. If you do decide to teach high school, you know, do the electives, you know, like those real, I don't know, real P would be cool. Art, that kind of stuff, I would think. Yeah, I did some art. Sometimes I would do art. Those technical type classes, you know, where they serious about what they doing. You know, I don't know if you would know if it's an honors class or not ahead of time, but that kind of stuff, you know, those technical schools and stuff like that, where they doing stuff for their career, where they probably gonna be more serious about being there. Band, that's gonna be easy, because usually when the band teacher's not there, they're not gonna have you do anything as a substitute because they know you can't really teach them. So the kids, they just gonna practice, or you know what I'm saying, they gonna chill and talk or whatever, or they gonna practice. So band would be a real good one. Orchestra, choir, those would be real good ones to sub at. That's your real easy days. So you do the high school level. Utilize the help. You know, they're gonna have other teachers around, team teachers or whatever that'll help you and stuff like that. If somebody tripping, send somebody to get that teacher that'll help you. Don't be scared to send people, you know, call on them and stuff like that, because they're, you know, they're gonna try you, man. I ain't trying to scare you. You know, every situation is not the same. You just gotta be strategic in what classes, what schools you work at and stuff like that. You may not know that right off the bat, but yeah, if you, yeah, I'm trying not to say too much, but you know, try to work in the nicer areas, but a lot of times the areas like in the hood and stuff like that, the Title I schools, a lot of times Title I type districts, they're the ones that's gonna pay more. So you just it's a balance in that. You gotta kind of figure that out for yourself, what you wanna do or what you wanna deal with, you know. But if you can call principals or whatever to help you out if you need help, do it. You got called to campus security, you know, do it. You know, if you have to, don't be like trying to be tough like I was when I first started teaching, like I'm not gonna put you out type thing and all that kind of stuff. Nah, don't do that. You don't got to put yourself through that, because it's just gonna get worse and worse. And establish yourself as a leader when you get there. You know what I'm saying? Do the job. The teacher leaves something for them to do. Make sure you do it. Make sure you locate that sub folder as soon as you get in the room. Make sure you ask questions for school. So they're probably gonna have somebody come over there and kind of do the rundown for you sometimes. Sometimes they won't. But everybody got to have that sub folder. They might have lesson plan on the board and stuff like that. Try to follow that. There's going to be some kids that want to do it. There's going to be some that's not going to want to do it. You know, you can't worry about that. Your job is to just make sure you present what they're supposed to do. But establish yourself as professional and as a leader, but don't be like a butthole with the kids, because they can sense that too, and they're not going to react very well to that. When you teaching, it's a very psychological fine line. That's why we got to go to all these in-services and stuff to learn different techniques and stuff like that of how to deal with certain situations. So if you're an ex-teacher, you'll be straight. If you're not, but you got experience working with kids and stuff like that, like the ways I said earlier, that will help you as well. And they're going to give you some training when you do your orientation and stuff like that, but you kind of need that outside training too to be a sub. Don't take anything personal. Some of the students will try you. You know, you just need to be ready for that, but don't engage and get an attitude with them and come down to their level. Like, don't do that. Remain calm in every situation, no matter what. If you remain calm when they're going here, you can diffuse the situation a lot of times. Don't get in a shouting match with the kids and all that kind of. That's not going to work because they don't know you. If you don't have a relationship with the kids, then they're not necessarily going to respect you until you have a relationship with them. You know, that's just how things are these days. I know back in the day we used to respect, you know, even before us, respect others, but it's not really like that now. So, you know, just remain calm, remain professional, remain an adult in the room and in the situation. And you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Remember, you there for that quilted income. You know what I'm saying? It's a means to an end. I ain't trying to scare you, because it is good money and it's consistent money, but it is a challenging way. That's why I'm just now going to get back into it. You know, I was trying to avoid it. But, I mean, I'm probably needed to get back in there anyway, because it's a calling, too, to teach. But I'm not teaching full time no more. But helping out with the youth and stuff like that is very important. You know what I'm saying? It's a civil service to our communities. All right, let's get to the next one. Event security. This is a cool, easy way that you can have flexible income coming in. My security experience, like I said, when I was about to graduate from college, I started working security full-time with a security company. I'm not going to say the name of any companies or anything like that. That's going to be for you to find, because there's a lot of them out there, a lot of regular ones and a lot of event ones. And it's an easy way to make decent money, really. The job is easy, you know. When I was working with this particular security company, I was working full time. First, I started out working at this building called ABB. I say the name of the buildings and places I worked at. Then after that, I was working at this HEB shopping center, watching that. area. Now I started working at Pennzoil place, and that was a more upscale type job. I would have on a suit sometime, be working the loading dock or working the front desk, patrolling the floors, all that good stuff. But that's just the regular security stuff. That's not what you really want to do. You want to look into the event security. Probably about a year or two, maybe even 3 before I left Houston, I started doing event security. I found this company that some of my mom friends or whatever worked at or whatever. They're retired. A lot of retired people do it too. And I started working for them, and it was real cool because they had contracts. Event security is flexible. You can work when you want to. And they'll have contracts where you're working events, you're working concerts, you're working football games, basketball games, pro games, college games. I don't necessarily think I did any high school games or anything like that. You're working parades. You're working soccer games. All types of stuff. I already said sports. You're working concerts. I said that too. So it was pretty cool. I'm doing it again now out here in the Atlanta area with a different company than the one I worked at. But I actually did used to work at this company in Houston real early on, but I didn't do a lot of gigs for them back in the day. So on my check stubs, it's funny because it says 2003, which, man, that was the summer after I graduated. The summer after my freshman year in college, I worked a few gigs for them back then, but I'm working for them again now. And if you're an entertainer, a singer, a rapper, an actor, spoken word artist, all those things, working event security is very inspiring. It's very inspiring for you because you're seeing people that's doing it professionally on tour and things like that, doing what you actually want to do in the future, and it gives you ideas. Some of my best writing happened for songs and stuff like that when I was doing event security. I might have been working the Drake concert. I might have been working the Beyonce concert. I had prom, one of Beyonce Queen type concerts early on. I forgot what year it was, when Beyonce did something, she floated through the air in the concert or whatever in Toyota Center, and everywhere she was touring, I was working on that second stage that she floated to. So I was facing the main stage, so I got to see the whole concert for free. And that's what happened a lot of times when you work event security. You get to go to these events for free. You actually get paid to do these events. I worked at Warehouse Live in Houston with Drake, several Drake concerts, Currency, met Bun B. I don't think he was rapping, but he was called the working the back door. Chrisette Michelle concert out there. It's a lot of them I work. I can't even really remember all of them. ASAP Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I think ASAP somebody, it was a whole clique of them. Anyway, I worked soccer games, BBVA Dynamo games, Rockets games, and y'all know I'm a big Rockets fan, so I love that, working them Rockets games. Love my Rockets, man. So after you get the people and stuff like that, you really ain't doing much more. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up there watching the game, for free or whatever. I see that glare again. But enough on that. I think y'all inspired on working event security and all that kind of stuff. People do the flashlight cop stuff and all that kind of stuff, man. It's just a side job. It's not your full-time job, because you're not going, if your company has a lot of contracts, then you can work almost every day. But if they don't, you're not going to be working every day. So you definitely want to make sure you got some other stuff going on too. But you can get a lot of good work doing it. You're going to make between $13 and $20 an hour doing it, That's not necessarily full-time money you want to make or whatever, but it may be. You never know. Also, you're going to work anywhere from 5 hours to 12-hour shifts. If it's long shifts, it's going to be like good money. Better, the longer the shift, the better the money or whatever. Or it's back-to-back-to-back days or whatever. If you work at a certain place a lot, then you're going to get set places at that place, and they're going to get to know you. And you're going to get prime posting. Or you're going to be at where you might be around the stage, or you might be around the court. You know what I'm saying? If you work in a basketball game and stuff like that, you see the people on the court at the games and stuff. I've done stuff like that, at Toyota Center and out here in Atlanta. But let me talk about how you find them event security companies wherever you at. You go online, Google machine, you put in event security, and it's going to pull up various companies that specialize in event security. And once you start working event security, if you get any jobs, you'll hear people talking about other companies they work for before they do event securities, might have this particular contract. So, you can find out about these other, they don't really like you to work for other companies So I'm not gonna say they're promote that. I never did that. I never worked for any, multiple companies at the same time, stuff like that. But if it's a company that you want to work for, or a venue you want to work for, and that company doesn't do it, but another company does, you're free to leave that company and work for that other company if you want to do that. I don't do stuff like that. I stick with the company that I'm with because I'm loyal. But yeah, some people do. These type of security jobs, man, it's easy to get hired. You just fill out your online application. They're gonna call you in for an interview. They're gonna do a background check on you. So if you good, you good. They background check not as strenuous as the substitute teaching background check, because you're not really working with kids directly per se. They gonna hire everybody for the most part. You basically fire yourself. The job is easy. If you coming to work late, you falling asleep while you're on your post, looking at your phone and stuff, because you got to be observing to observe and report. You can't be looking at your phone. I see a lot of people do that. But anyway, then they probably gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're not doing that. And then you will continue to work with the company. And if you do a good job, they're going to give you prime posting, like I said, in prime areas where you can see what's going on. You'll meet famous people and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be all good. It's a fun thing to do as an extra stream of income where you work where you want. If you do a good job and doing the job well like they want you to, you're going to stand out and they're going to give you good positions to work that you're going to enjoy. But if you're not doing a good job, then they're going to give you positions that you're not going to work where you're not going to be around the kind of certain people and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you do a good job. Treat it like it's your own company. We have come to the end of another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay in tune with these future videos about flexible income streams, or just my career as acting or rapping or whatever, if you like seeing that kind of stuff and being inspired. In the next video, I will dig deeper into eBay reselling, start doing like video series about that, because that's a flexible form of income that can really make you a lot of money in an easy manner, and I want to dig into that because it's a lot of people who want to see those videos based on the ones I put out. That's the one that's won and has the most views. So we're going to dig deep into that. Although we might go into some other flexible income stuff some other times, but mainly I'm going to be talking about that reselling stuff. Those that came for the HBCU, videos and all that kind of stuff, man, be patient. I'm going to put up that HBCU channel pretty soon and then kind of gear you over there, so you can subscribe over there and make sure you stay in contact with the HBCU stuff and all that. I'm going to still do the shorts and stuff until I get that up. And then once I get that up, I'm going to transition over there. I'm still do the videos I'm doing over here for people in the entertainment industry to be able to take care of themselves financially and stuff like that with different ideas and different income streams. But I'm also going to do the HBCU event type videos, the band videos and all them shorts and all that kind of stuff from the different events that I'm at throughout the season, So you're going to enjoy that. I'm going to put up a video posts and on the community tab letting you know how you can find that. Y'all be blessed and always remember, only what you do for Christ will last. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Check y'all later.